What up, y'all, man? Excuse me for being late, you feel me? Everybody checking in, you know what I'm saying? Tori G, and you got my man Chris Novocaine, and the best producer in the game, Brandon G. You hear me? Out there, Gamecock Country, you feel me? We waiting on a special guest to call in, Mr. Bully affiliated himself, Ty Deener. And if you don't know Ty Deener is also AKA Mr. Bully affiliated. He has a nice what you would call bully school. You feel me? That's in his local mall. He's doing a lot of things for the dog community, not just the bully community. Okay? And we're gonna wait and give him time to call in. And we're gonna get it in, man, like dog men supposed to. We're not gonna be asking questions about people's mamas. We're not gonna be asking crazy questions. It's all about the dogs. It's all about where the dog's going. What can we do as dog men and enthusiasts to save the dogs, man? But y'all hear it then, you feel me? We gonna make it different, man. We gonna make it something spectacular, you feel me? Because no tree grows without planting a seed. So we trying to plant a new seed. What's good? Yeah, we in there. What's good, Ty?
Yeah. What's up, man?
You know, let me introduce the man properly. This man right here, you guys, is doing something as a true dog man. I wouldn't call him Mr. Bully affiliated no more. I'm gonna call him and crown him what he is. He's a dog man. You feel me? Like I caught the down commands you was giving to the Springer Spaniel, the kid. Yeah, bro. You deadly, boy. You deadly, boy. You making me dust my skills off. How you doing tonight, man?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Just got in.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? What? I don't live a glamorous life. I like doing the dirty work. So I ain't like everybody else.
I respect that. I've been following you for a minute, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I like how you took the business approach. I know you didn't want to cut the locks, but you did it, you feel me? And you did what you had to do for the dogs, bro, you feel me? And you flourishing like a rose out the concrete, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I live where everybody don't realize I live in a city that's 90% white. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? Even though I got my beliefs on, you know, on who I feel I am, but you got to do what you got to do in business.
Exactly.
It's about, you got kids to feed. You feel me? So
exactly. And the thing is, you know, why I feel like I wanted to get you on the show, bro, is because you a dog man. You deal with all breeds of dogs, you know, and you know, I got a few questions for you. As far as, you know, you started out, you know, going to dog shows, and you started out training because you know, telling people where you from, man, and tell them how to get in contact with you. You know, go on and plug your school in there, bro.
yeah, it's a lot of stuff people don't know about me. Even people who follow me on my channel, like I got a degree in educational studies.
Respect.
And then also I went back to school for early childhood development because I wanted to, and you know, for the people that follow me, they know I published a book called Walking by Faith. It's talking about dog training, and reason why I went back to school to study early childhood development because early childhood development is the same thing as training a dog. If you look at in dog years, you know, 1 year for a dog is birth. I say for birth to 7 years old is you know, for 1 year on the earth is 7 years old for a dog. So if you study early child development, you study in dog development.
Okay.
So that's how like, so for and you sitting there with your 6-month-old puppy, like, man, what the hell wrong with you? Why you don't understand this? Why you ain't doing that? When you talking to a 6-month-old puppy, it's like talking to a 3-year-old child, expecting your 3-year-old child to know, you know what I'm saying, how to go start a car and do all this. So knowing what's age appropriate. My training is not just about being a good trainer. I'm able to explain to people in more detail about what's age appropriate and what your dog should be doing at a certain age.
Okay. And tell the people where you located, man. So if people in your state, you know, if they hear you, they can come talk to you, man.
Yeah, I'm originally from New Orleans. and I'm down here in Sarasota, Florida, which is a very, very extremely rich, stupid rich city.
Okay.
But it's south of Tampa. So if you're in the Tampa Bay area, that's where I'm at.
Okay. See, now you down in my way. I know it's Sarasota at. I'm from Valdosta, Georgia. You know what I mean? And you know, and I know, and especially knowing that you come from the boot, you feel me? I know that was a big change for you. You know what I mean? Especially the boot to Sarasota. Yeah.
People different. People way different. It's way different.
And the thing is, what I've always respected about you, you know, is the fact that you dealt with all dogs, but you always let it be known, hey, I started out with pit bulls, and this is my breed. This is the breed I like, but I can train anything. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna tune into this man. My first question for you: how do you feel? How do you feel that what way what we dabble in the pit bull, the American bully? Which way do you feel like they going right now, bro, with the explosion of the exotics in the registry wars?
I'm gonna sit here and be real, 100% honest with y'all.
That's bullet talk.
Because I don't even like talking about bully people because it's so much damn ignorance.
Okay.
But
exactly.
But it's a thing that I learned a long time ago when I was young. If you educate a wise man, they love you. When you educate a fool, they hate you.
Yes.
So a lot of the things that I know for a fact that I've learned, I started training with AKC people. Okay. That's why anybody that ever seen me in the ring, they'll see how I stand out in front of my dog when I'm showing, because the natural free stack is what the dog is supposed to be able to do,
right.
Versus everybody out here hand stacking their dogs and hiding the faults and stuff.
Right.
But when it pertains to the general like bully community, right. I'm gonna let y'all know I'm a street nigga first that's educated. Okay. The whole bully community ain't nothing but it's bullshit, all of it. I mean, and the reason why it's all bullshit is because I don't think nobody see things from the perspective that I do. I'm a dog trainer, so everybody comes to me. I got exotic people come to me, micro people. I know because of me being a business, licensed business, confidentiality. I don't put people business out there.
Right.
But I know niggas out here got puppies, they coming out with one dude had a little exotics, and the goddamn front legs was on the side of the puppy. Yeah. Like, because he was breeding the dogs to be wider and wider, and they came out on the side. The arms came out on the side of the shoulders. But I get every type of person from the bully community, but also and a lot of the interaction I get as a trainer could be very beneficial to the bully community, but it's too much ignorance. Like, right. I had the lady who was one of the top Bernese Mountain Dog showers. She showed last year at Westminster. She wrote me an official letter how she loved like what I do with this new breed and how I go about and all that. I get a lot of people from the AKC that get in. I get more people from AKC to get in touch with me than the bully community.
Right, because it's a stand-up community. And I'm gonna elaborate to my listeners right quick. When you have a puppy that's being widened like that, it's due to the fact that the puppy's being doubled down on bad.
Oh, we know. Yeah. You do a good job of breaking down, the reality on how that happened. Yeah. And a lot of people don't realize is that I did a video on YouTube, and I really don't think a lot of people comprehended what the fuck I was talking about. Okay. When you breed dogs, and you can attest to this, genetics mutate.
Yes, sir.
They mutate, and a lot of people understand this. So when you breed dogs, you need to breed dogs that complement each other. So for example, if I take King Kamali, which is a beautiful dog that I like, but King Kamali mama wasn't the prettiest dog. But I take a beautiful female like a Holly Berry, and just because Holly Berry is this beast and King Kamali is this beast, don't mean they're gonna come and make perfect puppies. All because of all the genetics that's in there.
Yep, that's perfect. It's too perfect.
It's too perfect. You need confirmation, and you also need the girth and everything else that comes. It's dogs that complement each other.
Yes.
And a lot of breeders don't understand for example, like all us know pit bulls.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? All us know pits. And if you look at pit bull pedigrees, you always see 75-25. You see how I use Jeep for this, and I use Kobe for this. I use, you know what I mean? You use certain dogs to get to a certain destination.
Right.
And the science of breeding, the American Bully community has no respect for it at all, because that's why you don't see me really doing business with no other establishments, because I can't sit here and talk real dog like what I'm doing with y'all right now. You can't do that with 95% of the bully community.
And it's because they don't know.
They just don't know no better. It's a very ignorant community. They got puppies 6 months old already talking about who they gonna stud them to.
Right.
And I had just dropped a video on my YouTube channel talking about how I feel when it pertains to the show ring. I feel like no dog should be able to earn points until it's 2 years old and reaches at least that maturity level where all the faults will possibly come out by the time that age. Is right now I don't show no more. I have shown dogs. I have my last dog that I was getting ready to champ out. He got basically 2 majors and all his points. All I need is 1 more major. I sold the dog, which is my boy Broly.
No, you sold Broly?
Yeah, Broly and I do business, bro.
That motherfucker was fine. Oh shit.
Yeah, no, but but I got access to him.
Okay.
He in West Virginia. Doing his thing, and the guy Matt that owns him got his nephew, which is a Nero son. He also got a Nero son. So I got the way I run my bloodline is like a business. It's like a corporate business.
Right.
Like my bloodline will never ever get tampered by the bully community, because I don't sell to the bully community.
Exactly.
I sell to general dog people. Like, I'm a trainer, right? And they're like, hey man, I got a great German Shepherd. I said, well, I got American Bully that can work with your German Shepherd. And I go and grab Hollywood, and Hollywood can keep up with his German Shepherd. Now I didn't want a Hollywood puppy. So the way that I market having a quality dog, not a quality bully.
That's why we got you on the show, bro. And the biggest thing is, my producer said something real fire to me. He was like, my co-host, he said, we need to get Mr. Bully affiliated on here. And I'd never known you as that. You feel me? I've always followed you because I remember when you hit me up a while back when I was in the process of moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know I still got your number. I just be busy all the time. And I was like, okay. And then when I talked to the homie, and he was like, that's Mr. Bully affiliated. I said, the trainer. I said, Ty and Mr. Bully had the same person. Then I started following you. I watched you when you did the live feed at RKC Nationals. You know what I mean? You did your damn thing there. You feel me? And
yeah, it was jokers mad as hell that my boy had won best overall pocket. They was mad, like, because I got my dogs are in shape, and their dogs were obese, for the show ring. And so my Nero is I show for fun, bro. I don't give a damn. Like, I don't need a ribbon to give my yard value. I know what a well-bred dog is, but I was baited up to go to that show. I had a couple people fly down, and they was like, "Man, you better be going," So I went to the show, and Nero took best overall pocket, and of course he outshowed a lot of dogs, and he did very well. But it's to me, the bully community does not take pride in the showmanship of what showman is about.
Nope. Only if you bring it to their attention.
Yeah, anybody can champ a dog out in the bully community. That's when you give a damn about going to shows.
Exactly.
Like I watch because it's a network of people who kiss people behind, and they're part of groups and all this stuff. And then you talking to somebody. Myself, I have traveled up and down the East Coast going to shows. I have drove 12 hours and 16 hours and 10 hours to go to shows and came back with no ribbons before. In 09, 08. And I'm like, damn, my dog is what fit the standard. But I don't, and the honestly, the street nigga in me, I ain't kissing nobody ass.
Period.
For no ribbon.
Period.
So I know, but the one thing about me, I know how to train dogs, but nobody knew like I was like a trainer, doing this. And so I'm in there, my dog showing to the T, they placing, but it's the same dogs winning over and over at every show. Like I was in the ring with Bistro, and they was hyping up Bistro at a show up in I don't know where the hell that damn show was at. But the way the show was hyped up is like, yeah, you know, Bistro gonna be in the building. Like you just already saying he finna win everything.
Yep, that's what it is.
So for me, I'm doing this for the pure love of the dog, but at the same time, I was trying to bring people along and get them involved and show them. But once they peep game on like, it's some bullshit, but I ain't spending no money. You know what I'm saying? And this man, you know he gonna win. You know, Mo, like when Mo was showing the judge Mo with BBCR, when he was showing Big Papa, if Big Papa showed up, he automatically won. Big Stone showed up, he automatically won.
Same
like
thing.
It's certain, bro. It was the same. Like if you go, you know, bro, you know about the dogs back in the day. The like when the Elite Edge was like, really running.
Elite Edge, and Kino. That's who started.
All their dogs won everything, bro. If Paco showed up, he won.
Yup.
It's like
if Black Label showed up, if Black Label was even mentioned in the building, they won.
They win it.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. Like, you know, a lot of people be like, you know, well, you take stabs at everybody. Woo, woo. No, I tell what's need to be told. I'm not asking no personal questions. We talking straight dogs. And a lot of y'all wouldn't be shit without Facebook. A lot of y'all wouldn't be shit without kissing Dave Wilson ass, kissing Keno ass. And y'all know I love the big homie, but a lot of y'all be kissing Big T ass too. You feel me? And
it's everybody. They kiss everybody. It's like this here. I run by like street terminology, like talking about the motherfucker unless they present, and that's how I am. But when it pertains to the dogs, Dave Wilson full of shit, but he knows how to market. He's a good businessman, and then like Terrell give it to you raw. He's a good dog guy. He give it to you straight up. Same time, I get a lot of calls about people asking questions about him to me, and I'm like, bro, if you interested, D-Line, hit him up. I get the biggest questions I get where they always asking, well, you show your whole yard. I show how I created my line. Why he don't show his yard? I'm like, that's something that you gotta ask him about.
And the thing is, I'm gonna say this for Terrell. I'm gonna tell y'all something, and since we on that, y'all gotta realize something. If y'all ain't never been to Hillsborough County, cause that's where that man stay at. You feel me? Mm-hmm. All that way down there, that's Hillsborough County. I got family all through that area. You feel me?
That's where I'm at. I mean, so
I know. And you see where and you see how it is until you get over on the other side of Sarasota. When you get back into Tampa, motherfuckers don't play that shit. You feel me?
No.
Motherfuckers not finna, especially the black folks in Tampa. No. I mean, they just funny like that.
The man really ain't got to put his yard out like that. My thing is, if you're gonna deal with him, just deal with him. Yeah. He'll send you pictures. He'll send you pictures. He'll send you a little video. But he not that person that's gonna sit there and open up. Like for me, like you know how you got your boy Brian from Royal Kennels that you know he show his kids and all that shit. I ain't putting my motherfucking kids on those. I don't put my kids on no social media.
You know, ain't
nobody seeing my kids. I got a beautiful little girl, bro. I ain't pictures, video. I just, when you see my YouTube, I'm outside in the yard. It's me.
Yup, same thing. Don't nobody see my old lady. They don't get spanned through my crib. Only thing you see, like you said, that's how it's supposed to be because it's about the dogs.
It's about the dogs. That's it.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is like, I look at and I look around. You know, y'all know I'm supposed to be the most hated man in the bullet community. You feel me? And a lot of people, like you said, I like the way you said it. They don't like the fact that I was trying to teach a bunch of fools. You feel me? Because I had a lot of other people, you know what I'm saying? I had a lot of UKC people tell me, you know, why are you wasting your time and talent with this community that don't want to listen to you? You know dogs. Like, I've bred several different kinds of dogs. I bred German Shepherds. I bred Rottweilers. I've bred fucking
hey, you like me. You won't believe what I started with, bro.
What that?
I need to cut that off, but we got a couple questions too for y'all.
Oh, I cut it in. That's the producer right there. What's up, producer?
What's going on? My homie Hamid said, how do you feel about people who get brand champion studs and breed to their female who has no champion points? Now the pups go from 1,500 to 3,500 or 5K.
Well, I'm gonna just be real with you. That anything champion in the bully race don't really mean nothing to me, to be honest. Like champions, grand champions, anything that. All right, let me tell you why, and all y'all can attest to this. The dog that don't in North Carolina, he just ain't never been. Other than it fits the physical standard. He a grand champion because it's his own. Actually, well, I ain't saying ain't no millionaire.
I had my little squad investigators or whatever. Was he didn't, you feel me? I'm trying to find signal so I don't lose the show. That time Devils Den were holding it down.
Yeah.
You know Tony Moore was still alive. Nothing. A lot of the
I
dogs.
followed,
And I keep trying to tell people that's the basis to my dogs. I always have been the basis to my dogs. And I keep trying to tell people, Edge ain't shit. Great Line has been here for decades. His name. He was always just known for having bigger pit bulls. You know what I mean? That's what he was known for. What coined me to.
But I want some of these younger cats that don't know, these OG type niggas, like they will not call these dogs bullies.
Nope.
They will not say American. You can't, like Eddie from Blue Line Killers.
Yeah.
They will not say these are American bullies. You know what I'm saying? At one point before Fabian and Remy line sold out, you would not call this American. They would be pit bulls. You know, it's their own. They still call them pits, but you know, I guess money comes along. Registry start to grow. Everybody start their own registry. So it's a lot of money in registering dogs. And I sat here from outside in. I never really wanted to be a relevant person in the bully community. I just always been a person to do my own thing. Like I don't want to sit here. Like for example, my blueprint of Hurricane Bloodline was wrote up in 2007.
Okay.
Right. So I knew how it's gonna take. Learning from the format of the Moore brothers. They're like you need 4 generations. You need consistency. You need to be at the outcross. You need to be at the inbreed. You need to do everything, when it pertains to breeding and get consistency out of all different types of breeds. Yep. So once I got to 4 generations, all right, and I mean 4 generations where the litter came out the same based on intelligence, trainability, health, et cetera, right? Then I said, I got a bloodline. And as I continue to breed this same blood, Dax blew up, you know what I'm saying? Then the breed changed. Yep. Miyagi blew up, then the breed changed. I'm still breeding the same American bully. When I went to shows in 08, all the bullies look like my dogs. If you look at Broly and Nero and all these dogs, that's what you seen back then. Yep. But everybody else started changing. Now it's like all of a sudden, I guess I got classics now. They weren't classics to me 10 years ago.
And I'm going to cut you off for a second. I'm going to explain something to my viewers, okay? The standard when it was changed was never changed. He still has the same exact standard up, but you have people like Rachel Ogletree and Austin Ogletree who are trying to push and teach something that's not there. You cannot have a dog to be moved when he has curved stifles all the way down to his knee. He can't do it. It's not going to be able to jump because you're taking the ligament and curling it around to the back forepart. You see what I'm saying? The back forefoot.
Yeah.
So when you got it curved like that, you have to teach and bring in a different standard because now you don't have that dog anymore. I keep trying to tell these people they don't have bullies. They have bulldog-y type dogs. They're
bulldogs.
Yeah, these
are the bulldogs now.
Yeah, they bulldoggies. You feel me? Because the bulldoggy itself has a pit bull in it. Its basis is a pit bull in American
it's not
bulldog.
even. It went from it basically went from a working breed to a non-sporting breed.
It ain't even a non-sporting breed, bro. Because a non-sporting breed, they still can move. You feel me? You gotta think about it. Yeah, but you gotta think about it. The rot is a non-sporting dog, but a motherfucking crusher bully. You feel me?
True, but they acting like these dogs is companions, and they ain't got no companions.
And
it's like bullies is need. I don't want to insult the general breed I love, but they kind of special ed be in my book, bro. I had these dogs are. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something that from a trainer's perspective, I might personally have touched thousands of bullies, like with my physical hands that are not my dog. And I had somebody's bully come to me for training and got home and got back home, and I told him, like, be careful, don't overexert the dog. You know, he's a brachycephalic, you know, which, you know, very short muzzle, and he's not intelligent, so you need to really watch everything he does.
Yep.
The dog was so thirsty, he went and his owner had the big bowls, the big bowl of water waiting for him in the kitchen. The dog was literally so dumb, and it's a sad story, that he put his face in the bowl to drink and drowned himself to death.
I believe it. I believe it. And
I got tons from those stories, like of stuff that this ain't normal.
This is not, and the thing what it is, y'all, and I'm gonna explain something to y'all. Like, I'm gonna elaborate on points because, you know, I have an older audience. You know what I mean? Like, I sell my dogs to older people. You know what I mean? Like, my clientele is like 40 plus. You know what I mean? I don't, because I know that my blood that I choose is hot. You know what I mean? Masterpiece ain't no Anthony Gray. He had to really like manhandle Masterpiece, bro. You feel me? Like, to actually get him to act right. So that's why I chose, because if you think about it, the way he's bred, he's nothing but deep gray line because of Thug. You feel me?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize that what they're doing with these dogs, especially when I call, you know, I'm country, when they got that, I call it that brake muzzle. You feel me? When you got it to where it's coming up to where the muzzle is not even a finger away from the stop, you getting a Roman airway. You feel me? So you giving the brain either a lack of oxygen or too much oxygen.
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, it's most of these dogs are not getting oxygen through their bodies, so their brain development, they're not intelligent. I'm telling you, you cannot train an exotic.
No, you can't.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck who you with. You can go pay Caesar Milan and get one of God's angels to come down to earth and pay them whatever you want. You cannot train these. I'm talking about where this is what I mean. It's a difference between educating and training.
Right.
Okay. Intelligent dog, a German Shepherd, you can teach a German Shepherd, like you can train it to track, right? And then based on you doing